Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat futures. A relatively quiet post-holiday corn market saw corn futures lower early but quietly rallying to close up a penny for the day. Beans were down all day, still struggling with the much improved weather in South America. Besides the South American rains, the corn and bean markets are sluggish due to lagging export demand. There have been no new overnight flash exports announced by the USDA since December the 19th. The weekly USDA export report is delayed until today due to the Monday holiday. Now, Friday week, January the 12th, USDA will release their final 2023 crop production and supply and demand figures. Archer Daniels Midland remains closed this week for Milo trucks. Timco and the Andersons Houston are open this week for trucks 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains, trust our friend John Tuggle, 361-852-5207. That's Tuggle & Company, Corpus Christi, Texas. We're on the line with Jody Fry, producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. First sale after the new year. How did it go, Jody?
Went good, right at 800 head today. Good way to start out the year. Pretty comparable numbers to where we left off there in mid-December. Compared to that last sale in 2023, calling these better quality calves and yearlings, mostly steady. Instances $3 to $5 higher on these choice light to medium weight heifer calves. Good demand on those as well as the steer calves. Slaughter cows, $2 to $4 lower. Could have been instances as much as $6 lower on some of those thinner flesh cows. Those were one that saw the most decline. Thinner flesh cows and lower flesh cows definitely lower market today. Limited numbers of replacement type cows sold about steady. Better quality steers, 400 to 600 pounds from $2 all the way up to a high of near $285, mostly $220 to $250. 600 to 800 pound steers, $175 to a high of $250, mostly $190 to $225. Heifers, 400 to 600 pounds, $185 to a high of near $265, mostly $210 to $230. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding, 71 to 85. Some of the highest yielding slaughter cows, 86 to 96. Several of those thinner or lower yielding type cows from 55 to 70. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding from 85 to $1. A few of those highest yielding slaughter bulls from 101 all the way up to a high of 117. Bred cows and 2-year-olds, just a few singles and small groups of those, medium to heavy bred, from 900 to a high of 1175.
What do you think about the sales next week?
Oh, we're setting on go for that sheep and goat sale. Had numerous calls from the buyers, people, and the sellers as far as that goes. They're ready. Some of them thought we was going to have a sale this Tuesday, January the 2nd, but they're ready. If the weather's nice over the weekend, I expect at least 5,000 to 6,000 head and look for a really good market. Good.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Expecting several cattle next Thursday as well, Larry. I'd say at least 12 to 1,400, weather permitting. Call us there at the office, 325-653-3371. My mobile phone's 234-7895.
Jody, thank you very much.
Thank you. Happy New Year, Larry.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a quick look at the meat moves from yesterday. The national pork carcass cutout value increased by 172 on Thursday at 84.50. USDA says we put about 1.452 million head to the knife on Thursday. Neighbor, as we look toward the beef side of the meat and protein equation, we see that wholesale box prices for choice, $213 weaker on Thursday afternoon at $275.90. That's now a net $15.38 drop since December the 29th. The select box, 3 weaker at $258.82. The choice select spread is the tightest level since May. Federal inspection for slaughter says 380,000 head met the knife. That's 6K behind the start last year. As we look toward fats, look like confirmed cash business in the South, unestablished in the North, 175. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. First sale after the new year. Rodney, what's it looking like?
We're tagging on 475 right now, so I imagine we'll have 5.5, 575 tomorrow. Got about 80 packer cows. Got several pins of good yearlings up there, several pins of Charolais yearlings and several pins of black yearlings. We do have a set of 83 Charolais steers and heifers. They're light. They're probably weighing around at 3 to 4 1/4, and they are carrying a condition. They will do wonders if they had something to eat. Right. So we're gonna have a good sale tomorrow, sir.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Rodney Butler in Beeville.
Yeah, call me at 361 358-1727, or y'all can reach me on my mobile, 645-5002.
Rodney, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you Sunday.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil field pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10 foot wide to 30 foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy Kruger, how's the bull business?
Oh, it's been pretty good. We've been selling quite a few bulls up till right there at the end of the year. We've moved quite a few of them, and then now this week we had some more customers coming last day or two, and phones have been ringing. We've got a nice set of coming 2-year-old Charolais bulls and a few red Angus and some black Angus and black Simmentals here. A few Pole Herefords standing around, just a little variety. Got Pole Herefords are 2-year-old past, and the rest of the bulls are all coming twos.
Good. Have you had any moisture?
Oh, I had a little bit of drizzle there yesterday, the day before, and right now it's starting to fine mist falling outside, but nothing to speak of. Up here in the hill country, they had 1.5 inch or better, maybe 2 inches in places. We had just not even enough to gauge, to be honest with you.
Well, hopefully it'll move on down and get you. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
They catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
Leroy, I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Have a great one. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hey, neighbor, I'm Larry Marble here with Aaron of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate, which specializes in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acreage. How do you qualify for an ag exemption here in Texas, Aaron?
Well, Larry, these requirements kind of vary by county. In most cases, you'll need 10 acres of qualified land to be eligible for this special valuation. If you plan on having your house on this property, you'll need at least 11 acres. 1 acre for the homestead and 10 for the agricultural use. This land has to be primarily used for ag purposes and has to be used in this way for at least 5 of the last 7 years.
How much does it save you, Aaron?
Well, that depends on the type of ag valuation, the market value of the property, and the requirements and tax rates of the specific county you're in. We can provide you with more details and help you with navigating this process.
How can folks reach you, Aaron?
Larry, they can call me directly at 214-985-9862, and I can give you my word. I'll call you back. Or you can visit us at www.homesteadandranch.com.
We're on the line with Kenny Mingus, Milam County Livestock Auction, Cameron. Kenny, it's about 7:30, give or take, on a Thursday evening. What's Friday looking like from here?
Looks pretty good, start the year out. We got about 8 to 850 in tonight. Out of that mix, probably 150 cows. I put out the projection a while ago, somewhere 950 to 1,100 with probably 200 cows.
Good.
That's kind of depending on the weather.
Right.
They say we got a chance of rain. Some people say it's going to rain. Some people say it's not.
Right.
But,
what's your calves and yearlings looking like?
Pretty good. We got some little bunches of calves, 10, 20, 30 head deals. Quality's pretty good. Even the drive-in, the 3, 4, 5 head deals for the most part, they're pretty good. Stocker cows, we don't have a lot of them. Mostly going to be weigh cows, but we do have some that'll go back home, so we'll be here to sell them to them.
Good deal. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Catch us at the office at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com or catch us on Facebook.
We appreciate it, Kenny. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good week.
You too. Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing, both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store, called 210-624-2000, or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Wyckoll that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Klein Spear, Southwest Livestock Exchange, Uvalde. Klein, how was our cattle sale?
Got along good, Larry. Had 423 head. Packer cows and bulls, I thought, sold pretty steady with what we ended with last year. The calves and yearlings, I thought, were $3 to $4 better on them. Had quite a few guys looking for a few of them. Those choice steers, $1.70 to $2.20. Those lightweights, $2.20 to $2.95. Choice heifers, $1.85 to $2.10. Those lightweights, $2.15 to $2.85. Crossbred steers, $1.75 to $2.10. And those lightweights, $1.95 to $2.60. Crossbred heifers, $1.70 to $2.05. And those lightweights, $1.80 to $2.45. And stocker cows, $1.90 to $1.20. Packer bulls, $92 to $1.15. Those breaker cows, $88 to $99. Those cutters and canners, $70 to $84. And those Shelly cows, $30 to $50. No pairs today. Bred cows, $900 to $1,400. So overall, kind of good spirits. Everybody's ready to get back in action. So good way to get started.
And we'll get started back next week. Sheep and goats on Tuesday, cattle Thursday. Klein, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Give us a call at the office, 830-278-5621. My cell phone, 830-591-3241.
Klein, thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. We're on the line with Wade Floyd from D&D Texas Outfitters, Seguin. Wade, everybody thinks about deer in the fall, but we really need to take care of the protein situation all year round. What do you got to offer us this week?
Yeah, Larry, we did Antler Max proteins and your Antler Advantage made by Purina. They're some of the best that if you feed them year-round, you really do see the result. We also carry a Double Down protein that's been becoming very more popular.
And we want you to get it at D&D in Seguin. Wade Floyd, tell everybody how to contact you.
Larry, they can call me here at the store at 830-379-7340. Extension 180.
We're on the line with Russell Heller. It's Thursday evening. We're looking toward a Saturday sale in Lexington. Russell, what do you know of so far?
I know of one set of cows, going to be around 20 of those. They'll probably be older, short, solid mouth, and 2 sets of calves. One set's going to be 15 black calves, and the other one are 20 Charolais.
Good. What's the weather looking like for Saturday?
We had 1 inch and 6/10 the other day, so it was a nice rain. It's supposed to rain again tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Well, a good rain before a livestock sale is always a good omen. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Sure, you can get me on my cell, and that number is 979-820-7002.
Russell, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you Monday after the sale.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We're on the line with Carl Herman, Caldwell Livestock Commission Company. Carl, how was our Wednesday sale?
For the first sale of the year, we had a good one. Even though we had 2 inches of rain Tuesday night, we still drew almost 600 head for 106 sellers and 41 buyers on a steady cow and calf market. We had 130 cows and bulls yesterday. Slaughter cows 60 to 113, slaughter bulls 81 to 117. Stocker cows 800 to 1550, and the pairs 800 to 1400. On the calf side, on steers, 2 to 3 weight steers 250 to 335. 3 to 4 weights brought 275 to 335. 4 to 5 weight steers 241 to $3. 5 to 6 weights 233 to 260. 6 to 7 weights $2 to $240, and the 7 to 8 weight steers $2 to $217. On the heifer side, 2 to 3 weight heifers, $240 to $285. 3 to 4 weights, $242 to $290. 4 to 5 weight heifers brought $226 to $3. 5 to 6 weights, $2 to $252. 6 to 7 weights, $160 to $210, and the 7 to 8 weight heifers, $160 to $177. Overall, had a good day. Had a few more cattle than I expected, and that's always good. And a good start for the new year.
Well, tell everybody how to get in on it for next week.
All right, my number is 979-820-5349. Call the barn 567-4119. If you're in the Giddings, Lexington area, call Max Ebner at 540-8676.
Carl, thank you a bunch, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, here's a shotgun look at the grains. Corpus Milo 1038, yellow corn to Corpus 511.5, Houston wheat 655 3/4, Placido beans 1177, Texas cotton 76.87, average price on 8,978 bales. Neighbor, good day.